It's potty time at Nothing Toilet. I'm your host, the Toilet Guy, and we're going to be dealing with your crap by unclogging the toilet. Nothing Toilet. All right, guys, in just a moment, we're going to take a deep dive into unclogging your toilet. But my first recommendation is to make sure you got on some crappy clothes because you never know what kind of crap is going to get on you. I, for instance, have a work shirt on, got my safety goggles on for splash effects, and I also have some crappy jeans with the knees torn out of them. You're going to need a coat hanger, a plunger, a toilet snake, some rubber gloves, and I'm going to throw in a special one at the end. It's funny, but it might save you a lot of grief later on in your life when you need it. All right, guys, here we are in the throne room. I've got my glasses on, my latex gloves, and this method first is going to be the plunger method. There is a variety of plungers that do a variety of different things, but if you happen to have one when your toilet is clogged, you're already a step ahead of most people. I've already lifted my lid in order to give myself enough clearance to get at the hole where the clog might be. You're going to want to take the rim of this plunger, press it in above the hole, trying to make as best of a seal as possible. You're probably not going to get the best seal ever. That's where the splashing and sloshing comes from that I was talking about earlier. What we're going to do next is whether you like the overhand, underhand method. Once you think you've got the best seal, you're going to start plunging. You are going to get a bit of air pocket that might push the air up and splash the water out on you. That's why we got our crappy clothes on. But we're going to plunge up and down as many times as we need in order to clear that clog. There's a little bit of splashing there, not too bad. But once you're happy with your clog, you can actually pull the plunger out, try to get as much water off it as possible, set it aside, and then flush to see if you've succeeded. Now our next mode is going to be the toilet snake. On one end of the snake, we've got this spring-like fixture on the end. That's the part that goes into the toilet and through the U-trap or S-curve, whatever you want to call it in your toilet. And this is the handle that you'll be using to push the length of this snake into the toilet. Right now, I have mine fully extended, but what you're going to want to do, pull this handle up. That brings this knob all the way into the plastic tube that you're going to put into the toilet. Using some pressure, you're going to push down on this rod until the snake goes in through the toilet, hopefully clearing your clog. Once in, you can start rotating, pushing in and out to clear your clog. Once satisfied, you fully extend it back out, unhook your toilet snake from the toilet, put it aside, and see if flushing works. If you don't have a toilet snake or a plunger, you're going to be left with the coat hanger. On one end, you can see I bent it in a certain way. I'll show you that in a second. But if you have no other choice, just kind of use it like you did with the snake and just keep on pushing it in where you can. Hopefully you can break up whatever's in there to get it out. The other end that I've got here, I've got shaped like this to go into a little hole that's right here in the base of your toilet. Now, if you're having trouble flushing with your toilet and it's not flushing properly, you can actually use this piece here to hook into that hole. Sometimes that hole gets blocked up with calcium from all the water that's being pushed through it all the time. It gets blocked up, so sometimes you can just hook it in there, rattle it around. Hopefully you can knock some calcium pieces loose. You can remove that when you're done, and hopefully if you've broken up any of the calcium in there, it will actually help that jet push everything out, making a better flush again. Today's bonus method is the metal barbecue skewer. Once you take this out of your utility drawer and use it in your bathroom, it is no longer going to be used in your kitchen. What my friend calls this is the poop knife. This is for when one of your friends comes up to you and says, I've flushed, nothing's going down. Because why? They've had just too big of a log that just won't bend or break to go anywhere. You'll take this, cut it apart as best you can into pieces that you think is going to go down. Much like the oil dipstick in your car, you'll take a tissue, wipe it clean, put this into your toilet brush dish, throw away the tissue, flush it. I've had 100% success rate with this so far. I've never gone wrong with this method. I know it seems funny and unorthodox, but it works. I'd like to leave you guys with a couple of last-minute precautionary details. One being, don't keep flushing your toilet if the clog is not yet unclogged. I know this might seem like a good idea at the time, but when you keep on flushing your toilet, you may end up with a lot of overflow that will come out over the rim of the toilet and all over your bathroom floor, giving you a bigger mess to deal with than you originally intended to do. 2, when using the toilet snake, you need to be gentle when pushing that in there. Don't keep forcing it in too hard. You want to make sure that you can feel the extension rod going all the way through the system to the drain. The last thing you want is to crack that porcelain on your toilet. 3, the toilet brush. It is not a plunger. Don't use it as a plunger. It's going to be messy by the time you're done with it. It's going to be full of fecal matter and toilet tissue, and it's not going to be the same bristle brush that you want to use later on down the road. This concludes today's episode, and remember, guys, there's nothing to it.